Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Jack Lane. Welcome back to a brand new video here at the channel. Today we're talking about The Last of Us Season 2, as we got a little sneak preview trailer. I haven't even checked that trailer out yet, but star Caitlin Dever, who's going to be playing Abby, has addressed playing one of the most divisive characters in the show, and she said it's hard not to see those things on the internet. Especially when you're in a part of like something this big, where The Last of Us is such a cultural thing because the game was the first game was so good that it was played by millions of people. The show's watched by millions, so people are going to be giving their thoughts online. But what I do want to just jest is, this is an actress, and yes, she is playing a character that kills another beloved character of the series. Doesn't mean the actress deserves to get hate. This article comes from Scream Rant. Let's get on with it. The Last of Us Season 2 is likely to be controversial, and its new star is preparing for the chaos. While Season 1 focused largely on Ellie and Joel, The Last of Us Season 2 will introduce Caitlin Dever's Abby. The new episodes will be an adaptation of The Last of Us Part 2, which was critically renowned but deeply divisive video game. The sophomore season will return on April 13th and is expected to be as controversial as the game was. Just because of it's literally because of that one scene. In an interview with Screen Rant, Liam Rowley at SXSW, Dever opened up about her response to the upcoming backlash despite knowing about the controversy surrounding her character. Dever is more interested in maintaining the right mindset. She's focused on collaborating with her colleagues rather than on the viewers preparing to lash out at her character. So this is what she says. Do you pay attention at all to how people anticipate a character portrayal like Abby, or do you just go in and do your own thing? Well, it's hard not to see those things on the internet. It's hard not to stop myself from looking at it every once in a while, especially going into this for sure. And I want to do this character justice and make the fans proud by bringing her to life in this kind of way. But my main focus was just the collaboration between Neil and Craig and making sure I was getting to the core of who she is and what drives her and her emotional state, her anger and her frustration and her grief and all that. I wanted to make sure that that was what I was focusing most of my energy on. Well, that's always good. Abby will not be exactly the same as she was in the game. I think, you have to tweak things for shows, and they've probably tweaked a lot given the fact they want this to last 4 seasons, and they only have 2 games, and The Last of Us 3's now been cancelled, apparently, because that's a smart move, isn't it, Naughty Dog? Caitlin Dever's Abby is a deeply devised character and has been since she was first introduced. She was largely introduced in the game The Last of Us Part 2, which was released on June 19th, 2020. After pitting herself against Joel, she quickly earns the ire of many players. She serves as Ellie's primary antagonist and spends much of the game unaware that Ellie is secretly tracking her every move as her Seattle-based quarantine zone falls apart. Abby's life will be further complicated by the fact that many viewers will outright hate her. Her original actor, Laura Bailey, reportedly received death threats after the game was released. And that's kind of where people should draw the line, is like, don't threaten the actor. Like, the actor's doing a job. It's portraying what the company has told them to portray and what the script has said, and they're getting hate for it. There is, of course, the potential that Abby's story will be changed. In an interview with Scream Rant's Liam Crowley, showrunner Craig Mazin promised the story would have a few key revisions after being questioned about how much audiences already know the story. Mazin emphasised they think they do. One major change that already exists is that Dever is not nearly as muscular as the game's deception of Abby was. Abby's frame was controversial, so that change could be an indicator that the show is looking to change the audience's expectations and the limit of negative responses. I mean, she kills Joe on screen. That's Caitlin Dever. That's what she'll be known for. And that's kind of sad because she's already got a load of credits under her belt. And also, what I find really sad about it is Caitlin Dever auditioned for Ellie. She was my pick for Ellie, and she didn't get it. And she's been cast in this horrible character that will receive hate, but at least, you know, she's very headstrong. She knows that it's not personal, it's just a lot of passionate fans. Even with the changes, it is likely that much of The Last of Us Season 2's backlash will still strike Dever directly. It's unfair, but it's her harsh reality of life as a public figure. Her original actor Lauren Bailey reportedly received death threats after the game was released. Dever being prepared for that possibility is certainly good news. No one deserves attacks for simply accepting a role, but it is the reality of life in the age of modern entertainment. The industry can work to contain the backlash, but Dever needs to prepare herself in the meantime. I don't agree with, you know, she shouldn't be getting backlash for a role that she's taken. I don't agree with that, but it is what it is when you get into that line of work. You just got to accept it. Not that I actually think I'll end up liking Abby more than I will Ellie. Because I didn't particularly like Ellie in the game. But you had this already attachment to her because of the first game. But because I didn't really... Because I guess it depends where you are with each actor. I have more of an attachment to the actor of Caitlin Dever than I do of Bella Ramsey. Bella Ramsey's Ellie, is exceptional. Plays it very well. But I also remember what Ellie did in the game. Ellie literally blacklisted Joel from her life for a very long time. And he tried and tried and tried to get back in her good books. And then, it was too late. So I'm going to go into the show with, knowing what happens. Unless they drastically change everything. Which they're not going to do. Joel is still going to die. Pedro Pascal is probably going to have to bow out this year anyway. Because if it does go on for another 2 years, he's got really busy schedule with the Mandalorian shoot. So he can't be shooting anything this year for next year's season. Because he's got that, he's got the Avengers movie, then he's got the second Avengers film. And then who knows what else is on his schedule after that. We don't know any other MCU projects that he could be a part of. Or any other projects that he is a part of. The whole reason I did this video is literally just to say, be mindful when the show comes out. Don't go on X atting her, throwing abuse, because no one deserves that. That, and if you do, Tim Allen might get a bit angry. I really if it is to happen, I really hope Tim Allen goes on X and says some stuff, or because them two of course worked together for 9 years, 10 years on Last Man Standing, which is a fantastic show, and that's how I know her. That's how I know Caitlin Dever. That was my introduction to her. But it's good to know that she's already headstrong, getting ready for this. Of course, the trailer did drop. I haven't seen it, so we're not going to discuss any of that in this video. Once I watch it, I may do another video. I may do a second part to this. I don't know. But Last of Us Season 2 releases in April next month. We're not too far away from it, so I'll just be waiting, and then when it does happen, I'll most likely do a season review or episode review depending on how it releases. But yeah, when it does release, I'll definitely be watching it. Loved the first season, man. But yeah, gonna actually do a rewatch of that So, if you guys want me to do a rewatch episodes review of each episode, I'll happily do that to the countdown, because I think there's enough time to do that. I could do... I think there's 10 episodes, and I think we have 1, 2, 5 weeks till then. So I could do an episode review on, like, a Monday and a Friday. You know, I would happily do that if people want that. But yeah, let me know in the comment section down below. Drop a like on the video, turn on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next one. As always, like, comment, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and stay cinematic. Catch you later.